Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Thank you for being here. I see that there's two great friends, and I see that there's one saying, let's break it down, baby. Watching from Perth, Western Australia. Great channel, and the coverage of Amplitude has been so beneficial. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you for saying so. And then, wow, my friend Francisco Cisneros, all the way from Nicaragua, I think. He might be in Miami, though. I don't know. Bambalo Master. Wait, this thing never changed? Beautiful. Ah, what a beautiful quack. Let's go. Sometimes I have the Stream Deck, and sometimes I hit the button and it doesn't do it. So there you go. This is one of those moments. How are you doing, people? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? It's a nice Tuesday evening, and we're here, changing strings. Have to do it. I feel sad that I haven't been making songs today, but somebody has to do the string changes, and that somebody has to be me. And this guitar really needs some love. Like, it's been such a long time since I've done anything to it. And let me show you right here. Just like in terms of like dirt and grime. Let me get a good light here. Come here, guy. Let's see. Yeah, like right around you see right around here, like the pickup selector, it's like dirt and grime land, right? Dirt here everywhere too. And lately, I notice that, I don't know, I feel like my neck might be getting a little bit too much relief. We're gonna find out, because my E string and the 12th fret is basically dead now. I don't know if it's just that it's too low, which I don't think. Or it's just like too much relief, which I think it's probably the actual culprit. Because I haven't touched this guitar in so long, and like lately we've had like a lot of rain and everything. Okay, good question. Francisco says, how's it been, the Elgato Stream Deck? Best feature so far. There's a lot to like. It's just like very, I want to say like complex. You have to really think about in your own mind, like about folders and how you want to strategize the buttons. And there's a few settings that are still like a little bit buggy to me. Like, for example, I have it so that it doesn't follow the app. So basically, let's say right now I have it on OBS. If I were to do anything on my computer, it would get me out of it. But I have in the setting that it's not supposed to move, but it moves. And I just did the new update, and it's still doing that same issue. So whatever, but it's great. It looks great. It works great. I feel like if you're going to do something like a live stream like I'm doing right now, you probably have to make sure you always start your computer from a fresh restart and open that Stream Deck app first and foremost. Because I noticed that it's a little bit buggy. Like, for example, right now, I pressed the button. I don't know if it was like human error that I didn't press it, or that I pressed it and it didn't move. Because sometimes, like, say, for example, what I was doing right now just to get into the scene, I unmute my microphone with one button, and then another button changes the OBS scene from this guy to this, right? But for some reason, it just gets like all messed up, and all of a sudden it just like gets glitchy, and it shouldn't get glitchy. So that's what I have to say so far. Great tool, amazing. I wouldn't be able to do any of the things that I do without it, and it's great because I even have like my lighting set up with it. Like, that is, to me, like priceless. The fact that I can do so many things with it, but it's a little bit buggy, but everything is buggy, you know? So I'm not even gonna keep bashing that. Yeah. Okay, string choice. Today in particular, well, I use the Ernie Volt Paradigms. Today I'm using this pack because it's a leftover that I have from a 7-string pack that a couple of 7-string packs that I have. And in this kind of guitar with the short scale that it has, I like to have something that goes from like thin to heavy. So that's why we're using these right now. 10s, 10 to 52, let's say. There's a 62, but we're not going to use that one. That's what we're going to use. We're going to be doing today. And I'm going to definitely clean this bad boy up so it looks a little bit better. I wish I had rings to change, because I definitely want to at some point, whenever they come back in stock, change the rings for the cream ones. I feel like it's going to look a lot better. I don't know. It's little things, you know. We're all tweakers. We like to change things in our guitars. So I feel like that might be the next thing that I change in this one. The plastics. Even like this guy. Yeah. I mean, it looks good or whatever, but I want to change the plastics. I wish I had them right now so I could do it. So string choice again. Earnable Paradigm 10 to 52. Great strings in my opinion. But they're getting way too expensive, so I might need to switch to Cobalt, because I don't know if I can keep affording $15 a pack. And there used to be like pretty easy to find $10. Like if you get like a set of like maybe 4, but it's getting really hard now, really hard. It's very hard to find those kind of deals now. So I might change to Cobalts. Do any of you use the Cobalts, the Earnable Cobalts? I used them once in a 7-string guitar, and I remember liking them, but it was a metal guitar, so of course I liked them, right? Because they were like super bright and like high output. Right, let's check. The first thing that I want to check is, since I was saying that when I'm pressing on my E, my low E, see how dead it sounds? And since it's perfect right here, right? In the highest note, perfect in the lowest note, perfect open, but when I go 12th fret, almost dead. So usually that tells me that it might be like bowing, like there's a little too much relief. So I'm going to use this that I don't really trust, because it's like the cheapest thing that I could find in Amazon, but it's better than just like using my eye and the string, right? So let's see if there is too much relief. Yes, sir. There is a little too much relief. I don't think that that's enough to make that big buzz that we're hearing. So I wonder if it's a combination of that, and maybe I'm going to need to be raising the bridge a little bit. Which, it's okay. I can do that. No problem. No problem. But action, we're going to leave it for a second step. The first thing that we're going to do is clean this whole thing up, take the strings out, make it look nice, and then start doing a little bit of setup. And definitely we're going to start adjusting that truss rod, trying to follow that method that Ron Thorne said. And it was a video that he did with Philip McKnight, and he was saying his method, he calls it TRAIN, the acronym TRAIN, because he always likes to start first with tuning the guitar, perfectly in tune, he says, and then go to relief. TR, so tuning and then relief. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Sorry if you hear babies screaming in the background. It's my kids' time to go to bed, and sometimes they get a little unruly. Or let's do this, right? Like, I think I finally found a playlist that I can actually use for the videos without getting flagged. So let's play this. Hopefully it's better than just like having nothing. Here we are. What are you guys doing tonight? I feel like Tuesdays is like the deadest of deads in the internet. But today I went live earlier and I had like 7 people most of the time, which for my kind of channel and like how small I am, whatever, how few subscribers I have, and like I'm not consistent with the lives and stuff like that, and I know that that's kind of like the key to success with lives. But I've been surprised that today there's been more people than usual. So I'm thankful for you guys. And if you never had the opportunity to talk to me, just like use this moment. Say hi. I'm happy to see you. Like Dale Evans from Perth, Western Australia. That's amazing. I love Australia. all the way from Australia. I have a few friends from Australia. Not from Perth, though. So you would be my first friend from Perth. I have a friend from Brisbane, Australia. And I have a friend, I want to say, she's from Melbourne. I remember now. And I remember I did a song for an artist in Australia way, way long ago. Maybe 2012. Yes, maybe 2014. She was like a really nice like EDM artist in Australia. Very nice girl. Very nice. And then I have my friend, I think he lives in Sydney, my friend Bishop. Shout out. Very talented producer. Very nice guy. He really wants to do music bad. I think he's signed to Sony or something. He's a really nice guy. I haven't talked to him. You actually are reminding me that I should go talk to that guy. Boom, 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 boom. This Fredbird looks dry. Very, very dry. But we're gonna fix that. Don't we? Aren't we? Here you go. Oh, yes. Let's do this first and foremost. Yeah, I don't want this thing to move. I almost forget. I almost did the rookie move with a Les Paul. I was about to do all this without taping my tailpiece. I'm gonna bring some tape really quick. I think I have it right here. It should be, and if not, we're gonna freak out, right? No, here it is. All right, this thing like live streaming is so fun. So fun. Keeps me accountable when I'm doing like this like kind of tasks. Because I'm not gonna lie, nobody likes to do this. Maybe it's like sort of like therapeutic in a way. Guys, I'm gonna have to turn a freaking fan on because it's hot here. It's finally starting to get hot over here. I hope it's not so bad. Let me know if it's too disturbing. I'll just turn it off. But I am way too hot. Okay, so you right here. Alright, just gonna do it all the way through. You're not going anywhere. And another piece on the other side. I'll show you guys right now. I'm pretty sure you guys know. I'm really a novice in all this stuff. Just do it because it's better to learn and not pay right now that budgets are tight. Whenever I have the money to hire people, I always hire people. I like to hire people because it's good to promote the economy. People need a job. Love to be that guy providing a job, but right now, boom, 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 boom. Many booms. Let's coil it right now so that it's not waiting for us later on the floor. And then every time you go to the restroom or whatever, you're stepping on a bunch of strings that are like loose. Ask me how I know. Right. Okay, so out, out, out. I hope I can be ambitious today and do this one. But with that much of work that I'm doing, maybe if I hurry up. Because I would like to do this one and do a strat too. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. And let's start with this beautiful fretboard. put some oil. Bring it back to life. Give it some love. Just a little bit of love. I'm not gonna be polishing the frets or anything, but maybe. Should I? Nah, they're pretty soft, pretty good. I feel like next time I do this, I will definitely have to polish the frets. But that's the problem when you have many guitars, that in my case, that let's say I'm thinking that if I do all this and all the guitars have like brand new strings, then I can do like some sort of like guitar battles or like 7 guitars, 1 riff, like I've done in the past. I want to redo the Daft Punk with this new tone that I have, and not be like constricted to like the format of the short, because originally I did it on the short because I didn't have like the know-how or whatever. I was just trying to do new things. But I think that it's better if I just do it like a proper video. Maybe even talk a little bit about the sound or whatever. I can find a creative way to do so. But yeah, I want to redo that one. I feel like those are very cool. At least I got to learn so much doing those videos about how different guitars can really sound. And depending on how we manage our tone in our amplifiers and pedals and stuff like that, when you use a lot of gain, most people, and I feel like the regular consensus is that the differences are very minor, but I would say that you can design tones where as soon as you change a guitar, everything changes. Of course, we're talking about little differences. We're not expecting night and day. I mean, it's still a guitar. Like, if you think about it, like for most people, they just hear a guitar. They don't care if it's a Les Paul or a Strat, or, you know what I mean? Like, a guitar is a guitar is a guitar is a guitar. But for us who hear differences a little bit more clearly, especially in the studio, we hear differences a lot more, I feel like, because we're like really listening intently, and you're listening to the same thing for hours, and you're fixing problems here and there, and then you're mixing, like all this time you spend listening to the song, right? So you actually get to hear the differences. And there's ways to make tones that when you change guitars, everything is different, and it's still like high gain and everything. So cool. I feel like when things are different, everything, I mean, if I don't subscribe to that theory, it's what I'm saying. That as soon as you have high gain, nothing matters. Nah. I feel like when you have high gain, everything matters. Except if it doesn't matter to you, because if it doesn't matter to you, then yes, it doesn't matter. But I bet you that if you're the kind of player that you want to hear yourself through the speakers, that you have a very distinct personality, you're going to be paying attention. Ask Steve Vai. You know, like, or people that have been working on their tone so much and the way they play, and all of a sudden you put in the middle of their tone a compressor or something that takes their expression away. They're gonna say, no, I don't like this. This is because I cannot sound like Steve Vai with this. There's no space in this pickup for me. You know? That's why I feel like the more there's like some guitar players. There's people, for example, like Guthrie Govan. He expresses himself so much musically that he doesn't care about the minutia of the tone too much. You know, he's just an extreme musician. So he, for example, probably wouldn't care too much about minutia of like, oh, this sound, it's a little bit overcompressed or whatever. He might care, but that wouldn't stop him from doing what he does. But there's other people that live in that minutia. Like, for example, when I hear people like Mark Holcomb from Periphery, his tones are like super high gain, you know, but they have a lot of expression. Like, you can hear when he picks hard, when he picks soft. It's really cool. And I bet you that if he grabs a different guitar, his same tone sounds different. I bet you he's not thinking, oh no, it doesn't matter when I am in high gain and the guitar doesn't matter because it's so distorted anyway. No, he's like, oh, give me that guitar. Oh, give me that guitar. Oh, I need this other guitar. Yeah. I've been with artists, you know what I mean, in the studio, and they're very particular about the way they sound. You're not gonna just like change stuff and he's not gonna ask you, hey, can you bring me that telly? And he's not gonna expect a change. If he doesn't hear a change, he's gonna be like, dude, what's happening? Why don't I hear a change? I literally just changed my guitar. And then you do with a comeback. Oh, it's because it's a plugin. No, you're not gonna do that. You know what I mean? You just kill it. You do the best you can. And hopefully people are like, yeah, this sounds good enough. That sounds great. I don't like when I used to be like extreme about complaining about the gear. So when I see people complaining about the gear, I just think about me 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 years ago, thinking that, oh, what I need to sound better is Pro Tools HD. I remember having vivid conversations with friends and they were like, no, yeah, the only thing you need is this architecture. I bet you that's all they're doing. Yeah. Nah. Boom, 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 boom. I have 3 phantom friends over here tonight. I call phantom friends the friends that are here, but they don't chat. One day, one of my friends got to tell me, yeah, I always hear, I think he's from Brazil, and he told me, like, yeah, I usually log in, but I just like, it's late here for me, so I just go to bed, so what I do to help you with your views, I just let it play in the background. Which is nice. What's going on with music? Are we hearing music? Yeah, right? Here we go. Okay, no more questions. Pretty good. My poor babies are just going non-stop. All right. And now, to clean this bundle of filth, I'm going to be using this Formula 65, whatever, you know. Just like it's literally, I just care about cleaning it. And I've used this a couple of times and it works so good. They say not to use it on the metals, but this being a Gibson, I'm not opposed to those pickups getting like foggy, you know, like it would be cool, I think, if the covers get like all foggy and messed up. Oh wow, that just looks so much better instantly. I can't believe how bad and gunky guitars can get. That was a hard realization. Seeing how dirty they get. You think you're clean, and then you see your guitar and you're like, oh wow. Here we go. Here we go. Very nice. Like the forearm, like this section, can't believe how dirty it gets, you know, with all the sweat and stuff. And I don't play these guitars live. I just play them here in the studio. Of course I sweat because sometimes it takes you like a long time, especially because I'm not a great guitar player. It takes me a long time to nail parts sometimes. So of course I sweat. But you wouldn't think that you would sweat that much, right? That you would sweat that much. There you go. And I am not a particular sweaty person. Like, I've never been a particularly sweaty person. Wow, I can't believe how dirty this guitar was. I literally probably haven't cleaned it in maybe like a year. It's like all scratched up. Oh, there he is, Bang Faith. My friend, I mentioned you earlier today. I was live earlier in the afternoon and I mentioned your name because I said that I have a few friends that usually when I'm live, they come and say hi. And there you are. There you are. My friend, never failed for at least a few minutes. Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're having a good evening. I hope you understand English too, because I hope you understand what I'm saying right now. But it's a message of positivity and love. Thank you for saying hi. Yeah, I think because Faith sounds like you might be, if that's your last name, sounds like you might be from a place that you know English. Okay, I'm thankful that looks okay. And this is what I did with the bridge, because you don't want that thing flying all over the place, right? Oh! The stop bar tailpiece is what I meant. The bridge fell, yes, that's what you guys heard. The bridge has fallen. Not the part that I didn't want it to fall, but the bridge fell. Luckily, it's like the modern one, so all the little pieces stay put. Because if not, right now, I'll be having a mess to clean up. Wow, I can't believe how dirty this guitar is. I am so surprised. The same thing happened to me yesterday with I was cleaning a Chevelle. That in my opinion, I don't even think that I used too much. And I was cleaning it up yesterday and I realized how dirty it was. I couldn't believe it. Like literally it looked like it was like someone, you've seen like the custom shops, how they have like all these things in the fretboard, like it looks like fingers have been eating it up. Like they call it like nail marks basically. And I thought that was pretty much what was happening, and it was just that it was so dirty. Crazy. Ooh, 5 people, let's go. Where are you from, my friend? Say hi. We're just here hanging out today, cleaning this beauty, getting it all ready, giving it some love. Trying to love my guitar so my guitar loves me back when I need to play it. Gonna fix a few issues. But overall, we're just having a good time here on a Tuesday, a few friends. Thankful to see there's 4. I'm thankful to see that there's growth. Every time I go live, there's somebody here with me. I am never alone. That's nice to know. You guys are awesome. Yesterday, I went through a deep rabbit hole with my PRS because I have a problem that arose because I changed the pickups to American pickups and the guitar is an import. And so I was trying to figure out what the problem was and if there was a solution. And in the end, I found that there is a solution. But man, it took me like 2.5 hours to figure that out. And I had my friend Tiger over here and he literally spent the whole night with me. Because we were both so intrigued that how come it's not working? We did it together and it was supposed to work and it didn't work. It was all messed up. All right, so now that we cleaned this baby up and it looks pretty fine, next step, I want to clean. Let's clean the pickups. Let's not be naughty. Yeah, let's go for that brand new guitar vibe. You said that tomorrow my baby can come and touch it and get it like full of spit or whatever. Yeah, but now it looks fire. fire. Incredible. I can't believe how dirty this thing was. I'm not gonna stop saying it. Sure, you guys are bored. There you go. More people leaving because I'm saying too much of that. But yeah, super dirty. But there you go. Nice, very nice. Very nice. Okay, we're done with that. Time for strings. Oh, this is another thing I wanted to do. I wanted to see this guy without the strings and see if it changes. Yeah. Without the strings, it seems to be more flat. So this is what I'm gonna do. That's usually what they do at the shops. Like they straighten it first, but I think they put like a bunch of bracing and stuff to simulate the power of the strings. So let's just put the strings. Let's not do anything backwards. Here we go. Paradigms. I was saying earlier, 10 to 52s, going in the beast. I like this guitar a lot. Sometimes I think like I want to get like a better set of pickups, but then I think, what would be a better set of pickups? There's none. Because this is literally the sound of a Les Paul in the 90s that I remember in my head every time I hear a Les Paul in the 90s in my head. And if I go for anything else, it's just going to be, I don't know, maybe I would say maybe I would go for like a custom Bucker set, but then I'm gonna lose my 90s sounding guitar, you know what I mean? So might as well just get another that has the custom Buckers. Or the burst Buckers, the 60s, or the 61s, is it? Yeah, 61s or 60s. The ones that the SG have, and then the other one, the Les Paul standard 60s. Here we go. I like those pickups too. Wait. Are we in trouble over here? Looks like we're in trouble, huh? Here we are. We definitely are in trouble. Whatever. I have to set it up anyway. You have to be more careful when you're using a Les Paul. Because this is wrong. 100% wrong. Luckily, that is just action. Okay, here we go. And I'm just doing the over and under method. One coil over the string, and then the rest of the coils under the string. So that it sort of like locks it, but I'm not doing like this annoying knot that some people do. Because then when you try to take the string off, it's just a mess. Very nice. Now, go into the next one. I hope this is the last day that I have to give to this. That's why people pay for this stuff. It takes time to do it. Serious time to do it. Over. Boop. Here. There's a way to reverse it. I've seen like luthiers do it, but they're so skilled, right? There you go. I wonder who is my phantom friend today. That's what I call it when I know there's always somebody in there, but doesn't talk or anything. Today I have two. This is definitely gonna pop, but whatever. Here we go. There was a time that I thought that my headstock was starting to check, because yeah, I wonder if it actually is checking. I'm gonna check that right now. It just doesn't make any sense because I don't live in like a cold place. My wife would beg to differ, right? Because it's always cold for her. Except when she's hot. When she's hot, it's like really hot. Shout out to all the wifeys. I bet you a lot of my subscribers are married, because my demographic is from, I think, 20s And then I think from 24 to 30 to 35 is the biggest demographic I have, which makes total sense. And then of course 35 to 45. Huge demographics here. Oh, I forgot to turn my little purple lights on. There you go. There's another friend. Hi, friend. How's it going? Here we are, just chilling today. Trying to get some strings in this bad boy. I did a nice little cleaning. Trying to hang out with friends. Will I do this? Making it way less miserable. Ooh, there you go, 3. What's up, friends? Say hi. Say hi to your friend Jorge. Chilling right here. Tell me a story, something cool to talk about. We were talking about earlier, a lot of people having noticed the changes in the PRS. And so the other day I said on my video, my Epiphone video, about the new Epiphones. So I showed them how it's like at the same price as the PRSS2. The PRSS2 is like all American. And so somebody was like saying, no, the PRSS2 doesn't have American pickups. It's the same Koreans. And I was like, yeah, it used to be. He's like, no, I own one. And I was like, yeah, do you own a 2024? It's like, no, I own a 2022. And I was like, there you go. In my opinion, right now, PRS, which is crazy. This is how crazy this is. Okay, there's 2 people, so I'm going to say it. How crazy this is that PRS, it's allegedly the guitars for lawyers and dentists and whatever, according to some people in the market. I don't know why people say stuff like they say, but whatever. And I would argue that PRS right now makes the best budget guitars. Because all the SC lineup it's stellar, in my opinion, right? You can choose to not consider the same. But not just that, they have is it the CE24 standard in the SC lineup for $500, right? Which is borderline like the cheapest Epiphone or the cheapest Squire, I think, at the moment. Maybe they have something cheaper, I don't know. But it's like close to like the cheapest. And then they have like the expensive SEs, like the customs, but taking the semi-hollows out of the question. But they have the customs and they're all sub $1,000. Even the DGT 850 or $900. Great guitars. I think like everybody in the world understands that those are great guitars. And I own, like, that's my cheapest guitar, the PRSSC, and it's the one I use the most. So I feel like that says something, right? How great guitars they are. But of course they make $20,000 guitars. So that's the thing. And then now that they have the SE, they have all these SEs are at the price basically at the Fender American, which I think is great. It makes sense to me. But what doesn't make sense to me is that the Epiphone can be $1,700. I don't know. I'm still having a hard time. I want to say the 355, it's a great deal because the 355 has an ebony fretboard, mother of pearl inlays. It looks fire. You know, we're used to semi-hollows being a little bit pricey. That's cool. And on top of that, it's $1,300. It's not the most expensive guitar in the lineup. So I feel that one, it's a good value. Actually, a really good value. I want to say that 355 that they have for Epiphone, it's a really good value. The more I think about it, the more I think it's a really good value, and the more I want it, of course. And it looks so fire on white too. But that Firebird, to me, was a little too much. And when I saw that the Les Pauls didn't have rosewood fretboards, honestly, that caught me not only off guard, but that felt like a low blow because How come you're charging like, you know, all these premiums, you know, 13, 14, $1,500 guitars, but you're still giving people Laurel, you know? That's what I don't vibe with that. You know what I'm trying to say? Not that Laurel is bad, but if you say that, because they used to say we use Laurel because it's budget friendly. So I understand that in like a $500 guitar, in my opinion, makes 100% sense. You get it. But for example, PRS doesn't do that. They give you Rosewood in the $500 guitar. Anyway, forget about PRS. Still, a freaking $1,300 guitar. It's a premium guitar. I did this backwards, so now I'm paying the price, of course. I'm talking too much. But you know, a $1,300 guitar, that's a premium instrument. You know, I don't care what the market says, but a $1,300 guitar, it's a premium instrument. Or it's a premium instrument price. Just think about salaries, right? In most places. You know, you're looking at a person's salary. Quick and easy. Oh, what did I do here? There we go. So that to me, it's like, of course, it has to be premium, right? I want to know how many musicians consider a $1,300 guitar a cheap guitar. I wish I could set up a poll, but you know, there's only 3 of us anyway, so that poll wouldn't go anywhere. But I don't think anybody that does music thinks $1,300 is a cheap guitar. And yeah, it's not justified for me not having Rosewood. And on top of that, they are giving you the Ebony and the other guitars and all the custom inspired, right? So I wish the 59 had the Rosewood, the J45, you know, the acoustics more than in any other guitar. I feel like they had to have the exact tone wood. Or not even call it a hummingbird, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm being extreme. You know, I'm overreacting just for the fun of the exercise. But I that doesn't make me happy, is all I'm saying. But that 355, I give it to them. It's a great value. I bet you they're going to turn the prices up quick. And I'm not saying like go buy it, you know. I'm just saying they're gonna find out, oh wait, people are saying this is a good deal. Oh man, we messed up. We could have gained more money out of this. Oh. And they're gonna be like, oh, now we added Super 400 inlays, $1,800. By the way, is everything okay? Like, does it look good? Because I was having problems with my internet for a long time. But the other day, we changed the router. And I hope that's helping a bit. I hope it's helping. Almost done. There we go. Now you caught up. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Let's put the tuner on. Boom. A, B. Very nice. G. G and it's D. Look, I was guiding myself from the sound and not the letter in the thing. G. No, B. B. And that's why I like to sing it to myself, the note, instead of just like look at the tuner, because sometimes this is where I break strings the most. B. Perfect. Okay, so now let's stretch the strings. This is what we're doing, right? To stretch the strings, very simple. Just this, and then we tune up again. I like to do it at least 3 times per string. So then when I'm playing, it's not like going down or not that much. Okay, this will be the last time for this string. Chain on the B. Give it a little tug. See, this one came down a whole half a tone. Whole semitone. Okay, do it again. Now just half, like a quarter tone. Let's do it again. There we go. Now like an eighth of a tone. There you go. Now let's go to G. Same thing. Boom, give it a little tug. Good job. That one went down like a tone and a half. Okay. There you go. Beautiful. Now just like a semitone. Now. Now like a quarter tone. Last one. Bum boom boom. Now like an eighth. No, that's great. Usually the coiled strings don't need that much. Okay, let's see. D. Oh, here we go. Do it again. Good job. Feel like the next time I do it, it's gonna be fine. Boom. Okay, now let's do E. A, I'm sorry. Boo, 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 boo. Give it a nice tug. See, I got it a whole semitone down. Here, one more. Nice. Okay. Great. Okay, now let's do the E. Okay, one more. One more. We're almost done with this part. I low-key love this like super low action. I wish it would ring nicely. Okay, that's pretty nice. But before we start messing up with the truss rod and the action and all the, let's say all the setup, I'm gonna go to the restroom really quick, go grab a drink or something, and I'll meet you in like, I don't know, a few minutes. Here we go. And we're back with more. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm gonna put that high chair, let's go. There's two people here. I see you guys, I see you, that's so cool. I'm actually gonna change the name of this because I have it on changing strings. I'm gonna say Les Paul setup, how about that? Boom. Very nice. Hello, camera. We are my friends. Thank you for being here. I'm glad to see that you're still here. And now what we're going to be dealing with is the whole setup of the beast. We determined that we have a little bit too much relief when you have the strings on, right? Let's see it again. Yeah, there's a little too much relief. I can see it right there. Perfect. So let's take this. Wait, let's start by clipping this guys off. Nobody want to have these things poking around. That 52 is really, it's a really strong gauge. Everything else is pretty easy to cut with this thing. Very good. That's a hard one. The 17. Okay, very good. Now let's take this truss rod cover off. Here we go. What's going on here? Here we go. The other thing I would like, I just think about these things, right? Like, but then of course, like they fall in my priority line so far behind that I never do this kind of things. But the other thing that I would like to do, so we talked about earlier that one thing that I really want to do is like change these little plastics to the cream ones, right? But the other thing that I want to do is like, I saw that this, I think it's the guys from Mythos Pedals. They are selling plastics for Les Pauls or for Gibsons, I guess, in general. And they have like this like truss rod cover that is like the wide bevel, sort of like the custom shop or like the vintage ones. And it looks so good. So I would like to do that for that too. Not to make it look like a different kind of guitar, just because it looks better, I think. Like I feel like with those plastics, this would have like such a lift. You know, just like as my guitar. I would like to do that for sure. Okay, so let's tighten this truss rod so we can have less relief. Because right now it has a little too much relief. Let's start with just a quarter of a turn and see what happens here. Yeah, we need a bit more. Basically nothing happened, is what happened. Okay. How about now? In theory, let's still do more. Man, I hate this thing. This is just literally like the cheapest one that I could find in Amazon. Because at that moment when I bought this, I didn't know the importance. And of course, right now that I actually know and understand and everything, I'm not in the position to go drop $100 in just one of those, you know what I mean? And an actual good one, right? Okay, let's tune again, because like Ron Thorne says, everything you do, you have to tune again. Yeah. So now let's check how flat we are. And then we make the decision, because you hear how dead that is. So the luthiers amongst you, or the not so luthiers maybe, would be like, oh yeah, you totally messed it up. Yeah, well, I mean, we messed up the bridge earlier, so it's way low that it should be, but we want to make sure that the neck is perfectly flat with the strings on. Not perfectly flat, but a little more than what it was. Yeah, way better. Much better. Much better. Yeah, much better. Much better. Much better. Much better. If that straight edge actually it's straight, right? Because it might be that it's not straight. Okay, now let's bring this guy up. Because right now, let's see, just for fun, what the action is in the playing position. Okay, for those of you who want to know, the action right now in this beast is 0.50. 0.50. Wow. I'm surprised that it's like playing anything at all. Incredible. Very nice. Wow. Incredible. That is so cool. I wish it sounded great like that, right? I wonder what's the lowest a guitar can sound good, like with the perfectly flat neck and everything. I wish like there was like a super great like luthier there on YouTube, and like he does like that, or she does like that kind of a challenge. That'd be super interesting to see like a monster. Like this Ukrainian chick, Tanya Chapchuk. I don't know how to say her name. It's a little complicated. Their language is a little bit different from ours. But whatever. She's such a good luthier. And she has such a huge following on YouTube that I feel like she would be like a great candidate in my point of view to do something like that. Like make a fretboard so perfect and make it the lowest it could go while sounding good. Okay, so right now we are going to give it a quarter turn, raising our bridge. It was lower on the E, on the high E, so I might do a little bit more than quarter, I'm sorry. Oh no, we're gonna do a lot more. Let me bring my measure thing. And we're gonna do this by the book. Here we go. Since it's so big, the difference, we can be a little bit more extreme. But then we have to tune again. Okay, right now we're at the sort of like at the 1 mark. Now let's tune. See, but that B already activated. It was dead, right? That high E, I have a different problem. And is that the nut is too low, so I have to sort of compensate for that. Now let's see our measurement, see where we are. Now we are, okay, yeah, like we said, at the 1 mark. And in my high E, just a little bit lower. But everybody is like consistently at 1. So we're gonna go, boom, full half a turn on both ends. I'm gonna cough, I'm sorry. Sorry people, sorry my friends. Let's see how far I am still. Okay, now we're in 125. That high E is still like so low. Okay, I think we're gonna have to do another half a turn. And I'm gonna do an extra quarter or an extra half in the bottom because I need to compensate for that thing. Now let's just measure for fun, but we have to tune. Okay, allegedly, right now I'm around 150, okay? Less than 150, but around. What I do notice right now, just like by playing whatever I'm doing, it's like how flat it's the neck. Very nice. I don't think I've ever really set up this guitar properly because they really come really nice from factory. Except with the stupid flaws that I'm talking about. Okay, now let's do a proper measurement and see what's up now that we're up to pitch. Okay, so yeah. 125 over here in the low E. 125 on the high E. Okay, let's do another half a turn. I'm aiming for 150 to be honest. I don't want any less than 150. I feel like I still need more. I wish they would have cut that nut properly, man. No, I'm right there, 150. Think I need some nut sauce? Still processing how this feels. I hate that nut. Because right now I'm at the action that I want to be. My neck is very flat. I'm really liking it. I was just about to make a comment about how natural this neck feels, the fingerboard feels on with my fingers. The 12-inch radius, right? And the height, like the way this is high, like height, gives you enough space for your fingers between string and string. I really like that. Okay, let me take this off too. Yeah, this is sounding pretty good. So, okay, tune, first and foremost, relief, action, intonation, which we have. I want to say, let's see. Because that high E only buses open pretty much, right? Let's see. We're right at 150. I want to keep it there. Maybe we're a little less than 150. Let's do one more. Let's do like a quarter turn, huh? And now, let's do this again. This is a testament of how good the fretwork is in this guitar. But man, I can't believe that what they did with the hands, they ended with their feet, because they destroyed that nut, man. And I cannot believe that nobody in QC said, hey, this nut is not right, guys. Let's fix it. And even like nobody like at Sweetwater, right? Like in the line, they're like, yeah, this nut seems to be, no, they were like, yeah, let's just give it a little bit of relief. It's gonna be fine. Just a little bit of relief and you're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. I wish I could just keep it like super flat. Talking about the neck, right? Like the relief in the neck. But I guess I had to give it a tiny bit of relief. So I can like sort of like overcompensate. The poorly cut net. Kills me. This could have been so good. But they did it to me. Where's it? I think I'm gonna have to live with it like that. So I don't see myself fixing that, to be honest. That nut, I don't think I can fix that by myself. I think I need a guitar tech for that. I feel like if anything, I can mess it even more. I'm really good at that. Getting something that it's like, sort of, there's something wrong with it, and then I just make it really wrong. But at least we fixed the original problem, which was that when I was playing in my 12th fret right here with my low E, it was dead. I don't know if I should give it either more relief or just bite the bullet and keep it higher. What would you guys do in the chat? Or I keep this nice action and just like the fact that when it's open string, it's a little bit buzzy here. Because as soon as I press the first chord, it's just great. I'd say, am I gonna sacrifice 20 frets for one? No. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to live with like a little bit of a buzz with the open high E. I just really don't think that I can fix a nut by myself. Can't believe they did such a great job with the frets and such a terrible job with that freaking nut. Sounds great everywhere else though. My friend, where are you from? 4 people right now. Say hi. It would be nice to interact. I think I might do another guitar. I'm just trying to make the decision if I want to make the action a little bit higher in Pro of getting a better open high E sound, because all the other ones sound perfect. It's just the open E because the nut is cut too low. or if I should just leave it at that and whatever. Yeah, perfect 12-inch radius. Yeah, this is all perfect. Like, there's nothing I can do other than like compensate, but how often do I hit that open high E? We're sort of like for an A. But in the chord, it doesn't really bother me, so I think I'm just gonna leave it at that, right? What do you guys say? There's 6 people. I think there's enough people to have a little bit of advice. Let me expose the problem to you guys, right? For the guys that just showed up. So since the nut was cut too low from factory, now I'm presented with this issue. Like, I have the relief that I want, I have the action that I want, but when I play the open E, I get a bit of tiny buzz right in that first fret. But as soon as I fret, it's gone. But then when I play a chord, it sort of like doesn't bother me, that extra ding. I mean, it does bother me, but knowing that I cannot fix that nut by myself, what should I do? Should I sacrifice my great action that I have right now on the guitar, the whole guitar, just to be able to have that nice open? Or should I just give the guitar a little bit more relief? That is gonna punish my action too. But let's say, maybe at least one of you can tell me what to do. But for where I'm sitting right now, I think I'm literally gonna just sacrifice that open high E. Love this guitar. Nobody cares about that. This is not the 80s. Don't even practice that. Just learn chords. Like that island flavor, right? It's so good to practice with the metronome. So nice. Yep. I think I'm gonna be sacrificing this high E. Everything sounds and feels way too good to sacrifice that just so I can get that high open E perfectly sounding. I hate that they messed that up, man. They did such a killer job with the fret job, such a great job with everything on this guitar, just so that they could mess up the nut. It's just so nicely rounded, the edges, like the frets are so right, because the fact that I can get it so low, it's like scary, because if the nut would have been cut perfectly, I could have left this guitar in maybe like 1.2 and have no issues. But of course, poorly cut nut. You would hope and want, and I hope that is the case, that when you get to that custom shop level, there's no butt nuts anymore, right? Do you guys, any of you have a custom shop? Les Paul? That would be like, I remember when I saw Benny, the neurotic guitarist. Oh, no. Finding that little screw is gonna be a mess here in the studio. Anyway, I was watching Benny the neurotic guitarist. He had that Ultima that his friend Brian bought. That's what he says in the story, right? Or is it Brian? Whatever, I don't care about the name. But he couldn't even get it in tune. The guitar wouldn't even get in tune. Can you imagine like dropping like 12K, 10K or something like that, and the guitar doesn't even get in tune? That would be incredible. I'll be livid, to be honest. But in the end, the guy that was borrowing the guitar from, he was like, oh, whatever, I honestly just want the guitar to look good on my wall. Was it that? I don't know. I that might have been just like a hypothetical case that Benny said maybe. Oh, finally, the little screw. But something like that, like, how come they sell a $10,000 guitar that you can't play? It's incredible. Anyway, I hope anybody that's here, I mean, I think I've had more people today than most days, so I think somebody must be entertained. I would love to know who the two phantom viewers have been the whole stream. I've had 2 people here. It's usually 1, now it's 2. I mean, right now there's 3 though. I'm glad that I can come live and do all these like tasks and have a group of friends there to keep me accountable. Just because I know that you guys are watching, it makes me stay a little bit on my toes and not like get distracted with other tasks. Because, you know, like the productive procrastinator, you procrastinate by doing something else that you need to do anyway. Okay, so that would be the 4th guitar done. What should we do now? Should we do the green Strat, guys? Or should we do the Telly? Tell me right now in the chat. Should we do the Telly or should we do the Strat? Let me know. Okay, I'm gonna go put this thing down and I'll be right back. Hopefully you guys tell me which one we should do next. Green Strat with gold pickguard, or we should do the 75th anniversary Telecaster. Let me know. Here we are, here we are, here we are, here we are. What do you guys say? Should we do the strat? Let me show the contenders. All right, let's do that. Okay, so in the blue corner, we have this American Professional Stratocaster. American Professional 2. Looking fly, right? Can I get a W in the chat? Fly looking guitar, right? We have this beast. I love this color. Sometimes it gives you like silver, sometimes greeny. I had another one at some point of these, and that one gave like a lot more bluish in the hue. Then when I got a little bit more of a green one, I felt a little bit sad. But whatever. I should have kept that one because I would have made a killing. I bought it when they were like $1,200. Now they're like, I don't know, almost $1,800. Anyway, contender number 2. The 75th anniversary commemorative Telecaster. Beauty. There's the 75th anniversary medallion right there, and there's like coin thing. Wait, right here in the back. Yeah, right there. Yep. I'm gonna set this one up with 9 to 42. So you guys tell me, which one should we do now? I feel like it's more worth the Strat just because it's like a rosewood fretboard, so I have to oil it. But we can do the telly too. Very nice. Let's see, what are we looking at here? I'm looking at a solid 125. Yes, sir. Yeah, buddy. Wow. And in the high E, I'm looking at a solid 1. Great fretwork, because if you're able to get that low, let's tune it just for the fun of it. This is my kids' favorite to like detune. Every time they walk by my guitars, that's the thing they love to do. Detuning them. They just like walk by them and tick, tick, tick. How you guys doing? How's your Tuesday going? Let's check the relief in this guy. I still don't know. I think I'm gonna do a Strat, to be honest. Let's see. Wow, yeah, this is flat as flat can be. Beautiful. Yeah, super flat, right? In 125, the action. I wish my friend Jorfton was here because he loved tellies. He's usually in the afternoon streams. If I stream in the afternoon, he's usually here. Because he's from Germany. I want to say that that's a pretty low action for a Tele, huh? These people at Fender did a great job with this guitar. Can't believe how low the action is. And I usually go for 150, not 125. But you know, we're always like, you always want to do, what's the lowest I can go without buzz? Let's see with this one. Yeah, this one's 150, 125 too. 125, wow. Yeah, these strings feel a little bit more beat up than the Teles. I mean, I have to change them all anyway. But yeah, you do feel that I played this guitar more because definitely like the strings are very rusty compared to the other one. Beautiful. Love this guitar. Love it to beats. Now I have the curiosity. What are my are all my guitars at 125? I don't believe that. I do not believe that to be the case. Let's see this beast. Wow. Yeah, this is 125 on the high E. And almost like between 125 and 150. On the low E. Okay, beautiful, but that's not the matters at hand. Okay, let's just do the strat then, since nobody said anything. I'm gonna make the executive decision of doing whatever I want. I was gonna be nice and just do whatever you guys wanted, but I'm gonna do whatever I want now. That's what you get when you don't vote. The people people high up do whatever they want when you choose that your vote don't matter. So remember, register to vote. And like Smokey would say, only you can prevent wildfires. Here we go, friend. And we're gonna be using 10 to 46s. Let's do the Stratocaster. This one I'm not gonna clean. I love the little gunk mark that it's getting right there in my picking hand. And this one particularly, I'm like super sloppy when I'm like picking. I try to like rub. I do like. That's how I pick on this one, because I want the pick guard to be all messed up. But so I'm gonna make sure that I don't delete the patina. Let's call it, right. Guys, it's so nice to see that there's 3 of you today. I was just saying that usually it's 1 person, and I was saying how great it was. It was 2. Now it's 3. Come on, it's late, you know. I feel all the love, all the support, but just seeing your little number there. I wish you guys would chat so we can have a little bit of a conversation. But whatever. Ooh, next person he got shy, or she got shy and left the building. Here we go. There we go. Very nice. I'm trying my best not to cough. Sorry, had a big cough. Big cough. Big cough. Boom. Out. And about. Out. And about. Sounds like a nice techno song. I go out and about so I can do whatever I want. Oh, that reminds me of a Feed Me song. I'm not gonna sing it because that's rated R. But yeah. I'm gonna start streaming doing beats. So I'm gonna make my streaming schedule, instead of interfere with my job, be my job. That'll be fun. Maybe I won't be like I won't be talking to anybody. Maybe I will even disable. No, I won't disable the chat because I want to feel the love or whatever. But I will be like focused on my work. But it'd be nice to. I know some people like to watch people work. And then like they can drop a question or whatever, and if I see it on time, or maybe try to answer whatever I can. I think that's gonna be dope. You know, one of my friends over here was asking me to do a lo-fi beat live on stream. I might do that for sure. That's always on the table. It's always on the cards. Right now I have to do a bunch of like urban sounding stuff. Honestly, I can do whatever I want, but I know that I need to do a little bit more urban just because of the nature of what I need to do at the moment. I should be doing more urban. I have like a rock song one of these days. Oh, there you go, my man Jordan. I was just talking about you a little while ago because I had my telly and we were measuring the string height, the action, and I'm doing 125 on that one. And in this one too. Good morning, my friend. Good seeing you here. Yeah, I need to finish all these guitars so I can start working. Every time I'm setting up guitars, I'm not working. So I need to set them all up so I can get my booty to work. Have a good day at work today, man. I'm pretty sure you're about to go to work. What time is in Germany right now? Germany's, I feel, like 8 hours ahead of us. So it's probably, wow, it's early for you. Maybe like 7 in the morning, I would say. Maybe 9 hours, actually. So maybe it's like 8 in the morning for you, almost 9. Are we gonna clean this? Does it require a cleaning? Let's say yes. That's what I've been learning from doing this. That even when you don't think the guitar is dirty, it is very dirty. Just clean it. Just clean it. Wow, we have 5 people right here. I do until is the standard setup on the fret, yeah. 1.5 millimeter on each string. Works like a charm. I see. I had no clue that I had 125. I was so surprised right now when I did the measurement. Cause you know, like sometimes you just get caught up and you just want to do it as low as you can without buzz, quote unquote, because you know buzz, whatever. But I had no clue that I was doing 125. But that's what it is. And more in all my guitars, I'm doing 125, and I didn't even know it. Oh, I love the finish in this guitar. I wish it was like the bluer hue, but whatever. It's still looking great. Like Tony the Tiger, great, right? Wee boo 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 boo. Right? Relaxing. I did a setup on my Les Paul. I had a little bit of a fight with that one, but I won in the end. Oh, and Telly's you measure on the 16th fret. Nice, let me see. Let's see. Let's see. On the 16th. Well, the same though. 125. A little tiny bit higher than 125. But yeah, 125 pretty much. Feels good. And I'm using 9s. Yeah, 8:40 in the morning. Good morning, my friend. Yeah, I can't believe it. 125. This is insane. In the high E, it's closer to 1. I can't believe that I'm doing so low. And it sounds good. Again, like you were saying yesterday, it's a testament of how good the frets on some Fenders are. And that's why I was saying too that I feel like the 75 anniversary, it's better than the American Pro. Because a lot of people on the internet were saying that the 75th anniversary was like that's the same tier as the American Pro. I do not agree on that, because when I bought this one, That's what led me to buy this one, because I thought, wow, that means that the American professionals are baller. No, I want to say that this is maybe like the same specs or similar specs as an American Pro, but spruced up. But the work, the finishing that they did at the factory, it's like the Ultras. No, this is the US version. Like, the action is like so low. And I'm using 9s. That's why I was telling you yesterday that I feel like this is a great telly, because maybe it doesn't have the great neck that the Ultra has, but it's a beautiful neck, and it's worked just like the Ultra that you're used to. And the custom shop pickups, you cannot deny them. It's a little bit noisier than most single coil pickups, but it sounds killer. That bridge sounds phenomenal. And the neck is basically like a Strat. It sounds so sweet. So this is a great telly I discovered. I played a bunch of tellies, and tellies used to be my favorites. I remember my mentor had a beautiful telly that I used to love, an American telly with a humbucker on the neck. I love that guitar. I don't know. I sort of like, like subconsciously I wanted to ask him like if I could buy it off of him or something, because I love that guitar, and almost every record that we made together, I played that guitar. Such a beautiful guitar. Anyway, I love that guitar. But and then I played a vintage one. That one I didn't like. It had too many issues. I feel like maybe it wasn't like a proper, maybe it was a little too beat up. And then when I bought this one, I was just like, wow, this is a telly now. Let's go. And the fact that it's like nicely dressed up. I love the gold. I love gold. And perloid tuners, pretty nice. I don't like any vintage Fender guitars. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that bug, luckily. Like, for example, if I were to get like a custom shop, I would have to ask their version of the Ultra. Like, what is the most nicest, most perfection you can have from the Fender custom shop? That's what I want. And make it look amazing. I would, if it's a custom shop, I want it in that beautiful neon yellow they have. Right? It's just so amazing. What a great color. And of course, I would like a little bit of relicing. Not anything crazy, but I would like the nitro to look very nice. Like checkered a little bit, and like just like little marks here and there, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, that's like definitely a dream guitar. I would love to get them to do that for me. I want to say Undertones did a run like that. Oh, wait. Let's clean the fretboard. What am I doing? I'm dreaming about that neon yellow Strat. I think the people at Wildwood Guitars are the ones that put it in my head, because they have a yellow one in their shop. And I've been watching it. And at one moment, I had a little bit of money, and I almost made the stupid decision. Because it's just so pretty. There was a moment that I was so impulsive with guitars. I literally had proper gas. 100% gas. But I lost that now, thankfully. But yeah, for a minute, I was just like, oh, I really want that neon Strat. I'm going to sell all my guitars just so I can have that one. But no, I mean, the main reason why I have guitars is not because I'm a guitar player. I'm a producer, so I need several. Looks like we'll get us a new series to replace the Ultra. Every 5 or 6 years. Makes sense. You're right. We are close. And that's why they're doing like all the limited runs to get the last little bit of life of the Ultras. What do you think of that amethyst color that they are doing for the 70-year Stratocaster? I feel like I love the finish. That's a fire finish. Really good for like the 70th anniversary, but they needed to do a nice rosewood fretboard or even like ebony. And the most beautiful perloid inlays to match that beautiful finish. Nah, they went with dirty looking. This is all my opinion, right? But they went with that dirty looking caramelized maple. Yeah. So it just made me not want it at all. That's good for the gas that you don't want a guitar. But I wish they would have done it a little bit better. I feel like that's all they needed to do. Ebony fretboard, perloid inlays, the fat big perloid inlays like from 61. And that's it. It would have been phenomenal. But no. They went with that. It doesn't look good with that maple fretboard. That you do that with the Player Plus. Am I right? But with the American Ultra, you give it the sleekest, most beautifulest rosewood or ebony, royal ebony with a beautiful streak in the center, or like pale moon ebony, whatever the ebony is. Even Macassar ebony, I think, but you have to select the Macassar because Macassar does come very dark too. I think the one that all of it has like that beautiful grain, it's like royal ebony or something similar to that. Pale moon ebony. I don't know. Kiesel has it on their website. Whatever. I'm just like literally like regurgitating whatever he's got on his website as options. Have you checked the Hybrid 2 Japan Telecaster with flame top? Oh yeah, I've seen those. They did that with the Ultras too. They did it in red and they did it in blue jeans color here. I think it's a Guitar Center maybe, with the flame tops. The only thing that I don't like about the flame tops in Fender is that they're all veneers and they're like very thin veneers. I've never seen a Fender flame top that moves the way I like a flame top to move. I have my things when it comes to flame tops. I love flame tops, but I love a flame top that moves. When I was in NAMM this year, I saw a bunch of like guitars that have flame tops, but I think they were like printed or something because they look like paper. And you're like, if this is a veneer, I wonder how thin of a veneer it is. Because when you see the PRS veneers are pretty good, the ESP veneers are pretty good. Then Defenders, I don't think they're pretty good. And some ESPs, because for example, the one that they do in the Eclipse, the Honeyburst Eclipse, which is in my opinion the best looking, it's very hard for you to find a nice top. Even though they're veneers, and the idea of veneers is that you can get nice flame tops pretty much overall, because out of one top you do 10, 20, whatever. If they would have put a little bit more effort into getting like nice flame tops on that one, it would have been a nice contender for Gibson. And if they would have used at least like Seymour Duncans or EMGs or something. I really love Fishmans for what they are, but in my setup, Fishman doesn't work. PRS, you can't beat the flames. You're right, my friend. You are right. I love PRS, man. I went from thinking that I was a Fender kind of guy to totally really think that my favorite guitar is PRS. If I could only have one guitar, it would be a PRS. And it would be like a Modern Eagle 5 or like a Studio 22. If I could only have one. Right now I want a 594. But of course, I'm not saying that I'm going to buy it. You're picking in every chip on your finish because in PRS guitar, every chip introduced about. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why it has to be a guitar for you. I don't believe in this thought of reselling guitars. I do believe in that when they're like not super expensive. I don't know. I never had a super expensive, but I feel like when you buy a super expensive, in my opinion, you are buying like a family keepsake, like a thing that your kids are gonna remember you playing it on the living room. Like right now, I would think maybe they remember me playing my white Strat in the kitchen. But yeah, I remember when I hit my PRS the first time, I felt so bad. But honestly, you cannot even tell. Yeah, don't sell your PRS, my friend. Don't. And I bet you PRSs, my brother, are the next Gibsons. I am telling you, because all generations and all like the early 2000 rockers and all that kind of people, they were playing PRSs. They were not playing Gibsons, right? And those are the bands that people in 20 years from now are going to remember. They're not going to, I mean, they're still going to think about, you know, Led Zeppelin or whatever, but the thing is going to be, oh, remember as I lay dying, or, you know, like whatever. And they don't remember. Or Creed, maybe not Creed, but Alter Bridge, or just Tremonti, just because he's like a whole thing on himself. You know what I mean? Or even Santana. Well, Santana, I would say it's old school too. But all I'm saying is like when Paul, sorry to say it, I don't want to say it, but you know what I'm talking about. When Paul, it's no longer here with us. PRS is gonna boom, skyrocket. And the longer he's gone, the more they're gonna be all the golden era PRSs that he engineered when he was here, right? You'll see it. So hold on to your PRS. I wanna get my PRS USA. But my friend, it's like a car. And like you said, I don't wanna buy it used. I really want to buy it. Or maybe I can find a good used, like a good B stock, because I'm not too picky. I'm going to tell you right here, right now. If I can save a lot of money, I can overlook a few things. Especially like cosmetically, right? But I really would like a PRS. At some point I will have it. Right now I love having the guitars I have. I'm not lusting on anything that I don't have. What PRS do you have, Jordan? Your forever PRS. Let's see. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. I'm thankful that I did that. Here we go. And after this, I only have the telly and the other strap, but I think that's gonna have to wait. Here we go. Yeah, I would say this is not as good as the Ultra. It's very good. It's very good. Oh yeah, you told me yesterday that you have the C24. Sorry. Bad memory. If I would have seen it like a picture, I would never forget. Because I have that. Like, I'm not gonna say that I have photographic memory because I don't, but I remember a lot of things that I see, and I don't remember a lot of things. Like, for example, I'm terrible at names, but I remember faces very well. Fire Red Burst, I love that. I was saying that in the other day in the video, I love that color, but I wouldn't get one for myself. I think I'm looking, if I were to get a PRS, I would either try to get something like that purple iris, like that very beautiful purple they have right now. Or the other, or one of those like blues that they have too that are so good. Of course, and if I had unlimited funds, I definitely want like all the metallics. But if I could only buy one PRS, I would like it to be either a nice blue or a nice purple. Checks all the boxes for me. It's light, yes, and replaces easy position 5 and 4 on the Strat, yes. Really very dark red, almost black on the outside. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. That reminds me of the guitar Paul Allender used to have when I was a kid, watching like Cradle of Filth concerts. He had a guitar just like that, and I think it might have been maybe not a CE24, maybe it was a CE24, who knows? But he had like that, like a red burst like that, very, very gothic looking, very, very cool. Yeah, I can imagine that, what you're saying right now. For example, have you seen how the DGTs, the SEs, the gold, when you hear freaking David Grissom, he's like, wow, the color, you nailed it. But when I look it up on the website, I feel like they didn't. Like, I just feel like they look very brown. So I think maybe it's just the colors on the website. Yeah, and yours is Hemi Hollow. You had the DGT. I want to hear what you said. Sent it back. The SE though, right? Or the Core? Yeah, the SE. Yeah, I'm curious about that one. It's not my favorite, to be honest. Like, and I love David. Like, I feel like he's such a monster, whatever. Yeah, all the respect in the world. But I feel like my favorite sound that I've ever heard on a PRS is those 5815s. I am, just because it's just such a great sound. I really loved it. Maybe because I already have 8515s. But those are phenomenal. I would really love to try that one. But yeah, I really wish I could get like a nice deal on a PRS, but right now I cannot afford to make that big purchase like that, right? Like, it's incredible. I had a great opportunity to get a very expensive guitar from a different brand. I'm not gonna mention it. For like very cheap, like Epiphone prices. Cheaper than Epiphone. Oh my gosh. Right? But I didn't do it just because I was just like, am I just gonna get it just because it's a good deal? And yeah, maybe it would have been good for the channel because then I make a nice review and a couple videos about it and blah, blah, blah. So it makes sort of like sense, but YouTube doesn't pay my bills, so it's like I cannot really think about making too much investments on YouTube. But I was trying to rationalize it, and then I was talking to my wife, and I was just telling her, like, I feel like, if this was a PRS, I wouldn't even be thinking about it. I would just like take my money. Almost like, I would get almost like any PRS if I would have gotten like the deal that I was getting with this other brand. But not a deal directly with the brand, not like they're endorsing me or anything like that. No. I just had luck through a friend, right? But I was just like, am I just buying this because it's a good deal, or am I buying it because I want it? And when I realized that I was just buying it because it's a good deal, then I just talked myself out of it. Felt like it was like stupid purchase that I was gonna regret sooner or later. Luckily, I have a very supportive wife. She heard me talking myself in and out of the business deal like 85 times. Because when you have the illusion, you're like, oh, wow, I can't believe I'm going to be able to get this guitar. And you start looking at every single day, and you want to watch all the videos if there's any, and blah, 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 right? And then she saw me like deflate, like, out of nowhere, like one day I was just like, nah, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna get this guitar. But the DGT has never been in the PRS lineup in my radar. People say it's got a great bridge pickup. Well, good. I'm glad it does. Every time I hear it, I just feel like it's whatever, you know what I mean? Not whatever. I don't want to be disrespectful. I just feel like it's not anything that I am considering, oh, that's exactly the sound that I want. But when I heard the 5815s, I remember that's exactly how I felt. I was like, wow, listen to that thing. That thing sounds incredible. Of course, like usually when we watch these videos, that's why I like my videos, man, because I'm not a great guitar player. So it's like, because when you see people like Sean Tubbs, for example, I love Sean. He's one of my favorites. You see people like Sean Tubbs, dude, that guy, every guitar sounds incredible with him. It's just like there's a few guys around that it's just like, I don't even want to watch a review because any guitar you play is incredible. Because you have those fingers, my friend. Incredible. Oh, like Tom Bukovac, like, people like that, incredible people, like, nah. Okay, let's read this. The magic of the semi-hollow version I have with the pickup configuration is kind of magic. Full volume knob, you get the compressed feel sound, less dynamic. Exactly, dude, that is just the magic of PRS. You know exactly how to use a PRS. That's exactly the way I feel about my PRS. If I want full on, I keep it at 10, but when I don't want that, it's always around 9, 8. 7.5 and 8 is my favorite for like cleans, especially in like the split coil positions. It's funny how some of us do the same without knowing that we're doing the same, right? That's funny. But that's the exact same way that I use my PRS. But I really want that one. I really want a semi-hollow. I mean, I want them all. To be honest, I feel like PRS, if I get like a hit of luck in life, right, and I have like money is no object and all these things, right, I feel like I would get a big fat collection of PRS. Big fat. I would try to get not vintage PRS. I like I said, I don't have that kind of romanticism. I'm not a big collector in that kind of sense. Like I never collected like cards or Wait, what was I saying? Yeah, because I read you and you, yeah, you're right. I don't subscribe to that idea that the pickups have a fault. I really believe that that's exactly how they're supposed to. And just think about when you analyze who Paul Reed Smith is. Let me read your comments so that everybody else knows what I'm talking about too. It says, some guitarists, it's saying that it's a fault in the pickup design, but I don't think so because it's on purpose. I agree 100%. The reason, and he even tells you in videos very clearly. And when you think about who Paul Reed Smith is and the artists that he's worked with and how he's developed his brand and all these things, just think about Santana. One of the guitarists most well known for like playing with that volume knob a lot, okay? He plays with that volume knob. He goes from 3 to 10, depending on what he wants and what he needs. And of course, he had to have talked to Paul about all these things. And then Paul is like, yeah, you're right. And then, you know, this whatever person on the internet comes and says something about it. When it's a whatever, because I've seen most of these incendiary comments come from people in the comments, like most like people that actually try the guitars and that have tried different kinds of guitars. I think that they appreciate that same thing that you're appreciating. And then there's people that just don't vibe with PRS. For example, I noticed that there's something about Gibson as a brand. For example, my guitar in my studio, it's got like hot pickups, but compared to my PRS, it feels dull. Even though when I'm playing my Gibson, it feels like it's so wild. The tone, when I'm playing it, I feel like it's so wild. But then I hear it back and I compare it directly with my PRS, and that is not what it sounds like. So that's funny to me. I feel like us as guitar players, we get really too much information from the feedback that the guitar gives us in our bodies. And that makes us things that are not really being just heard through the amp. Those things that only... We are the only people in the world that are hearing those things because you're the only one playing your guitar. And I feel like most of the people that complain about guitars like PRS is because they have like a Gibson that feels better in their body, you know? And then another thing that I'm going to say about, you say, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't click with PRS. That's true, 100%. They don't click with PRS, but then there's a lot of people that do click because when you go see the numbers, they're one of the most sold guitars last year. So that means that a lot of people are getting it. I'm getting it. I'm not a PRS fanboy, but man, there's a lot to fanboy about. Especially when you own different guitars and you see the differences, or you get the opportunity to play guitars. I've been thinking about making an episode when my friend's got a studio and he's got so many vintage guitars, and I've been thinking about just like renting the place for a day and make a nice video. I might do that in the future when budgets allow. I want to read you right now. Just let me finish this. Okay, now let's do this. Okay, Jordan says, to me, it's important how the feedback of the picked string is giving me back. It's exceptional with PRS, how the connection feels between me and the picked string. I feel it, I understand. I mean, you're a great guitar player. That's why you feel all these things. But the same, Tim Pierce says similar things, very similar things about a PRS. Tyler Larson loves his PRS too. He's a good guitar player too. Yeah, that idea about going to the studio, it's a good idea. Maybe I can do it. We'll see. Because that guy has a lot of like vintage guitars. His studio, it's Elliott Smith's old studio. And so they have like amazing equipment. They have like the console that they have in there. It's the console that Rush recorded the records. And they have like a Fairchild, which is like a compressor like the Beatles used. They have a 48, like exactly like the Beatles used microphone. Like same microphone that you see like when John is singing with Paul at the same time into a microphone. A lot of people think that's a 47, but it's a 48 because it's the 48 that had the figure of 8. Or something like that. My friend Greg can tell you all about it. Anyway, and he's got like a freaking Epiphone from like the 40s. And like an acoustic Epiphone. And it's like so cameralized, like you don't even tune that thing. The tuners move like a ninth of a turn, like just a tiny little bit, because it's just where it is now, you know what I mean? It's been like that for years. The neck feels like you're touching glass. It's like so freaking perfectly glossy and like zero humidity, right? Because it's lost all from like decades and decades and decades of use. He's got a telly with a Bixby from like the 60s too. P basses. That guy has everything. So I feel like maybe if I get a day in there, I can make a few videos. He got drum sets too, like from the 60s. Everything. I'm not a great guitar player, but worked as a producer for 35 years internationally around the globe. And now I'm retired, so I do it for fun. Getting down and improving my guitar player. That's awesome, man. That sounds very similar to the lifestyle, the life that I live. That's why I'm not a great guitar player, because I'm producing records for people. But, you know, now that I'm more interested, I'm definitely one day I'm going to be pretty good. Ooh, I'm a pianist. I love it. From my core. And getting down into guitars. That's awesome. Yeah. My favorite producers are pianists. There's a sensibility that you guys have for harmony that is different from the guitar player's harmony. I feel like the harmony the guitar players tend to use is a little bit more dissonant. They like more the sound of like different, like this, like all these chords, right? But when you hear a pianist, they choose just the prettiest sounds. Or the ugliest. But I feel that like the harmony is just totally managed differently from a pianist perspective. And so the fact that you can play with both hands like this, you actually are visually seeing where the vocalist is gonna be. So you're making the perfect melodies here and the harmonies here and the bass line here. So you always have perfect spots for the vocalist. Where the guitar, it's always exactly where the vocalist is gonna be. I find myself sometimes playing guitar and I was like, oh no, that's a note that the vocal can do. So I always like try to like harmonize with the vocal pretty much with my bass lines and guitar lines. Wow, this sounds so good. But when composing, I get a different vibes and sounds from the guitar. Yeah, I assume because more of a lead, right? Like that, just the mid-range. You are right there with like a vocal. I feel like that's the thing about guitar. It's a very lead instrument. I wish I could play. I'm gonna be better at some point. I'm not gonna rush. It's just like when you're around so many amazing musicians, you're you just feel inadequate no matter what you do because some of the people that you work with are so incredible, right? When composing, I get different vibes, yes. And sounds, that's what I was missing in my toolbox for writing. I'm glad that you're enjoying it now, my friend. I write songs on the guitar. It's always been my preferred method. Because it's for me more of like a social thing. Because I, like as a producer, you know, you're always with people. And I feel like since I never had like the access to like a grand piano or like some, I do have a piano now at my house. But that's not till like maybe 4 years ago or something like that. But I didn't used to have pianos. Or maybe more, 7 years. Yeah, because I've been married for 7 years. So I never had access. So every time I was writing with people, you know, I needed something that we can all be listening to each other. So that's when I learned how to do like simple power chords in the guitar. So I could write songs with people. But then I was like, wow, guitar is like so much more than that. Okay, last stretch. This thing. Man, it's so nice to know that you're a producer. There's so many questions that I could have for you. I would love to just sit with you one day and just like hang out, produce a song together just so that I can absorb all your techniques and all your tips and pick your brain. I have such a thirst for knowledge and I love learning from people. And if you're retired, that means that you're definitely older than I am. So even better. Because when it's people like your same age, there's a lot of ego involved, I've noticed. Like it's always like a competition if you're better than them or if they're better than you. It's almost better if they're better than you because then they feel nice. But if it's something you threatening them, like it's horrible. But when somebody's like you're like almost close to retiring age or like somebody who's like very, very successful and you don't pose any threat to them, it's like so nice to learn from people like that. So it's great to know that you're a producer. Knowing that you've walked the path that I'm walking. Hey, now you're in a nice place when you can just enjoy your guitar. Wow. Man, now you make me feel great about my career. That's so good. Beep, 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 beep. I can't believe I've been live like, I don't know, almost like 3 hours, maybe even more. Yeah, almost 3 hours. Whatever, that's cool. I did full setup on 2 guitars though. I mean, this I didn't set up, this is just right. Ah, yeah. Very nice. Now let's check. Yeah, the action, we are 125. It could be a little bit higher. It doesn't have to be this low, but man, it feels good when it's low. I'm just gonna keep it. Why not? Yeah, there's a little bit of buzz, but whatever. I don't think that's the kind of buzz that I'm gonna hear. Very nice. This is something terrible about this guitar. That knob. Horrid. Horrid, horrid, horrid. And in my case, and this is how my guitar lives, horrid, horrid, horrid. Okay, I guess with this, I have 1 ready, 2 ready, 3 ready, 4 ready, 5 ready. 2 more to go. And I feel like maybe the other strat I'm not gonna do. Sure, you can hit me with any question in mind. I have experience in every aspect as a producer, artist, songwriter in the music industry, crazy circuit. Yeah, especially that's what I want to ask you about, the music industry. Even though we're like in different markets, but you produce worldwide. I feel like we're gonna have great conversations because you're usually you tend to log in when I'm here, so that's amazing for me. I'm gonna start picking up your brain instead of you picking mine. Do you have like a YouTube channel too that I can like maybe go check you out, or anything that I can check you out? Not like, you know, not like some people do, because I know some people are like, I want to go check you out just to see if you're worthy of my attention or whatever. No, I just want to go check you out, just, you know, because if you have like stuff that you already like are teaching people, I want to learn. You know. Because sometimes I feel that like people get like offended if you ask, oh, do you have like a website or like a channel or whatever? But I know most people don't. Very nice, especially in our line of work. Yeah, this guitar feels good. And I think that with that beautiful chord, it's time that I go to the restroom and to pay attention to other things and clean this mess up, man. I have a mess of guitar strings and stuff all around, but I want to thank every single one of you that was here. 4 people right now closing the stream. This is great. I think I started with 4 and I'm ending with 4. My brother Jordan, thank you so much for being here. Good friend of the channel every time he's here. Francisco Cisneros was here. We hung out for a while. Our friend Del Evans from all the way from Perth, Australia. My mates, everybody. My friend Abang Faith that I mentioned the other day. I kind of sort of expect some of you guys now, Jordan being one of them. And my guys, I appreciate you being here today, accompanying me doing this mundane task. But until next time, I will see you all. Thank you, my friends.